I was watching a video that I thought had an interesting analogy for a sampling distribution. This is supposed to be a population of people that follow a normal curve, and the video was saying to imagine that you take a sample and you would collect data from the sample, and then this is the data that you get from your sample, and then the mean of your sample is right there at the center of the data that you collected. So this is kind of a sample of people with low values from the lower end of the population. And if you take a different sample, you might get a sample with some higher numbers that would have a higher average. So this would be the center of the data here. And then if I took a different sample, I might get a different average because I might get these values with an average right here. This would be the sample mean. And it was saying to imagine, what if I did this with all possible samples that could be selected from the population, meaning I pick a certain sample size and I collect data from all possible samples of that sample size, and I calculate the mean of each one, and I get all of these sample means that I'm showing as squares, and I write them out like this. And the video is saying, what if there was some button I could press that would drop all of these sample means straight down? So each sample mean would fall straight down, and then they would all form a pile of sample means at the bottom. Once the means of all of the possible samples fall straight down, they form a pile of sample means with a distribution of its own. And this pile of sample means would be the sampling distribution because it's the means of all possible samples.